This is La Colomberie. This is Eagle House. On this junction here, look. That's down into down there, down to the main patch of the town. Pedestrian area, of course. That's up to the park, up there. So this is where we are. So this is the building. This is the new Link Centre. Drop in or visit yes.je. Now, the Jersey Youth Service. Well, obviously the first thing I notice is a step. Now, of course, to you or I, that's just a step, but for some people that's like 1,000 feet high. That's a little Mount Everest there. They assure me they're going to get a wooden ramp to put there, because so far they know of one person who's going to use it. So let's hope they can make something more permanent in the fullness of time. So this is it. We shall find out a bit more what this centre is all about. Let's go in and have a look. Oh, here we are. Nice jazzy comfortable seats. Cakes today, but not every day. This is the opening day. The reception desk. Let's see what sort of information we have here. Leaflets, different languages. Look, that's good. Let's see what sort of print size they've got. Not bad, reasonable size. Could be a bit bigger, but not bad. Print size. Small things can make a difference. I don't have one of those. Mind. There we are, little leaflet.
Yeah, so much better.
Lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, questioning, come out proud. We'll take one of those and see what that says about it. The States of Police LGBTQ team. So, all very interesting. I don't know what that device is. It's a clock, it says. Oh, well, there you are. Is this a desk for information, or is it just, do you actually have a reception desk?
Not as such, we've broken away, but we're here. We've got desks there, so
No,
we meet and greet. Not as such as such. This is just an area with leaflets.
Right, okay.
It just gives us a bit more of a private area.
No, I see. Do you have a hearing loops?
Not at the moment, but we're looking at it.
Is it planned?
I'm not sure. We'd have to speak to the boss for that. But
Okay. What other facilities for disabled persons do you have?
this is what we're
Yes, I just...
exploring that for the.
I won't take a picture of your face, so you'll be an anonymous communicator. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
But I'll take a picture of your back, because on your back it says free information, advice and counselling. So, okay, are you a permanent, or are you just here for the day?
No, I'm permanent.
You're permanent, okay, thank you. Who do you anticipate using this service? Who do you anticipate coming in?
It's open to any young person 14 to 25.
Or their parents?
We do work with parents, but solely we work with young people. We're a project.
Is it going to be one of those areas where adults can't come in because you've got young people? No, it's not. Okay.
No. Any adult can come in and ask a question as well. Yep.
Okay, that's good. And if you want to refer people on...
Hello, how are you?
How are you?
Oh, that's good.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year. That's really sweet.
Thank you.
Oh, that's lovely. For you and everybody who's here.
So,
Oh, no, that's lovely.
they're going to have a grand opening. We're sure the Chief Minister is going to come later. He's going to wave a magic wand and open it. I don't know what will happen. There's one of the seniors at the Education Department over there. He hasn't said hello to me yet, but no doubt he will in the fullness of time. So there we are. A lot of adults standing around. Not many 18 to 25-year-olds here yet. There's a couple of rooms over there which I want to investigate. There's an orange room and a green room. Green room and an orange room. I presume Sorry though, there it looks like there's somebody's already being interviewed in the green room.
Yeah, I think there's people in there.
And there's somebody, knows the minister himself, the minister's in the orange room. So there we are.
Thank you very much. I'm going to come over and take some pictures. So is interview is there going to be like an official opening or is it just yeah, I think
So there we are. I'm going to sit down and rest my weary limbs and wait for the ultimate chief. Do you want to have a word, Minister?
No, you're fine.
He does. The minister doesn't want to have a word with me, so they're not that keen to communicate. Well, the Constable of St Helier's arrived. He's declined my invitation to speak to him today, which is a pity, but there we are. That's his choice. So none of the officials so far will speak to me. So I don't know whether Chief Minister will speak to me when he arrives. I don't know. We shall wait and see. Our Chief Minister's arrived. We've got 2 ministers there and a constable, so we've got plenty of high-ranking dignitaries here. Not many young people yet, I don't see, but no doubt they'll arrive in hundreds once the door is open.
There's probably not much I can really add to that. This to me is a brilliant example of partnership. Partnership between the states, partnership between Jersey Trust, partnership between Jersey Association of Charities, partnership across our community. And it's a partnership that I think is about bringing hope to people and young people and helping them to see that they have a future through some of the difficulties that they might experience from day to day. And it was really interesting to hear the history, because I think the history tells us why this place here is so important. Because how we accessed information in the past, what information was available was largely controlled and limited. And then we found it's gone out of date. But now we find that any one of us can access any bit of information on the internet, however we like, whenever we like. And therefore places of support, places of safe information, places of information where the best interests of those seeking that information are very much at the heart, are so much more important than they ever were, and places where there's face-to-face human interaction, where there's no stigma, where there's no judgment about how one has arrived at the situation that one wants support and information for, has never been more important, actually, I think, than it is today. I am a person that's always optimistic for our future. And although this year, last year, who knows whether this year will be difficult for me or not. Although last year was really difficult for us as a community, starting to come to terms and hear for the first time a combined story of how people have suffered in our community. We, I think, and I've committed myself, and I know other ministers in this room, and I know Simon as well has, committed and officials ourselves to taking those really difficult stories and trying to deliver a better service and a better future for all of us in our community. And it won't surprise you to know that, I don't know if it was the same day, Mark, or it was 2 days later, Mark pinged me a little email after he'd heard what I'd been saying in the States or in the media, saying, oh, I've had this idea that I'd like to do, and I've just not been able to get any funding for it, and the answer's always been no.
Copy, dear.
Person with an eye for the main opportunity, and that's what I like, because that means that actually creative ideas for the benefit of our community, and in this case the benefit of young people in our community, can be delivered, and we can try. And we can see if we can improve and support people. Ping me this little email. I said, Mark, just filter it through. Rod was supportive, and everything else that fell into place needed to fall into place. So it is a really, really exciting venture. It's an honour for me to come and remove the curtain from the back, but it is never about me. It's about all the work that you guys in this room are doing day to day, because you have a heart, you have a passion that this island will be a place where young people can grow, can flourish, can have a future and have hope for themselves and their family. And for me, that is what public service, that is what serving in government is all about. So I congratulate you in whichever way, even if it's just communicating it, taking a nice photograph of it or reporting it in the paper. That is still an important role of communicating that this place, this safe place of information, of support, can benefit any young person in our community. So I congratulate you. You should be proud of what you've achieved here, and I thank you on behalf of every other islander, on behalf of parents, grandparents, right across this community, for the support that you will be giving in this place to our young people. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Ian, for those kind words, and well, thank you, Jackie, for everything, and the support we get from Jersey Youth Trust. It is really valuable, the partnership we have. Obviously, I would say have a wander around and a look around. There's not a lot to see, but open the doors and feel free to have say please have another cup of tea, have a piece of cake, and do have a nose. Staff are here to talk about it. One plea is that anyone from any other services, we do have our nice shop window just there, and we're having a week in the window. Now that's not that you have to come and spend a week standing at the window, but if you come from an organisation you was to use the window to promote anything, so fostering an adoption or any themes or national days, the window will be there and you can book the window out for a week and raise the profile of whatever you're trying to champion or whatever. So it is there, and we don't charge for it at the moment. But see how much the eating bill is at the time. But it is there. So again, please, and anyone that does sit upstairs, it is available to meet with young people down here as well. So enjoy the cakes.
You say there's a first floor?
Pardon?
There's a first floor aspect to this?
No. Above there's back to work and social security and social services, so that we work in partnership with a lot. So feel free to have a wander around. Thank you very much.
I don't know many of the people here, Chief Minister. Is the new Children's Commissioner here today, do you know?
No, not that I've seen.
Does that surprise you a little bit, though? Or is she not here yet? She's taking up her post, I believe.
No, you need to speak to her if you want to know what her diary is for today. I don't know.
Would this sort of facility fall within her remit, do you think?
Yeah, I've got anything to do with children right across our community. Young people can approach her about, and so of course this type of facility and how it operates will be form any sort of audit that she might do in the future.
On her contract, how long is her contract initially for?
I think it's for 5 years.
Okay. Because obviously the inquiry which took place said we don't want people getting too friendly in Jersey. We want them to be sufficiently barbed that they don't get too sucked into the system.
Absolutely critically important. We shouldn't be afraid of external scrutiny and external people coming and validating how we operate and challenging us when we get it wrong. Of course, the first Children's Commissioner, the first bit of work is going to be supporting and challenging the legislation which underpins her own role, the governance structure that will be needed to ensure that independence is enshrined in law and actually delivered.
Do you feel that perhaps you've got sucked into the system over the years?
Who?
You, personally. You've been in the system for a long time?
That is a very difficult question for me. The inquiry challenged me in many ways, and I think for me, I feel like I've come out a different person. And the challenges that I face now about not accepting no as an answer, challenging the way that we're delivering services, and having appropriate independent support to do that challenge. And in that way, I think I needed to learn from that Enquiry as well.
One little practical point, they were talking that this used to be down by Social Security, there's the church facility, there's the little thing down by the weighbridge, what used to be the little cafe facility, and the skate park, which has got a lot of bad publicity, is now closed. All these facilities are all separate from each other, and this is only one parish, there are 12 parishes. But for St Helier, wouldn't a more central location for all these activities be better?
Well, I think this is the area that was picked by those people who are more expert than me. It's much more public, much more on the high street than it ever has been. There's got to be a balance between people feeling, some people want to feel it's natural and open and they can access it. Some other people feel they just want it to be slightly away from next door to M&S and Boots so that they can go in and maybe not quite be seen as well. So it's a balance that's got to be struck.
If by any strange chance the hospital didn't go where it's currently proposed, that whole site would become available. Would you think that would be a good site to have a town hall, services for all sorts of skate parks, all sorts of amenities could go on that location, couldn't we?
Well, the planning inspector, as you know from your experience in planning, said that the location could have a hospital, but the actual site and the application wasn't fit for purpose.
The planning officer can't dispute the fact it is a hospital. But,
officials have got to go away and consider the detail of what the planning inspector said.
I would love to speak to you again on that at length.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.